In today's video guys, I'm going to show you finally the best updated game user settings for Fortnite in Chapter 4 Season 2. With the new season guys, there are a bunch of changes which we should do, and of course afterwards you can also get the whole entire file on my website. But in case you guys want to know exactly what I changed and some extra tips which I have to mention obviously in the video itself, make sure to watch the whole entire thing. And with that said, if you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and now let's get straight into this topic. So guys, and now in the first place, I'm going to show you where you can of course find your game user settings, and that's super easy. All you guys gotta do is go into your Windows search bar, type in the percenter, %, and open up the first file. Once we're in here, you're going to click onto local and press F on your keyboard until you can find Fortnite game, go into saved, go into config and Windows client, and there you already got your game user settings. What you want to do in the first place, please make sure to check that you actually don't have the attribute read only checked here. Other than that, you can change anything in the config itself. Then once we're done with that, we're gonna open it up and we're already good to go and we got it opened. So guys, and the first thing which we want to do 100% in here guys is make sure to disable motion blur. For some reason, after the latest season update, this one has been put to true again, and we want to put it to false 100% because motion blur is basically this effect which makes your game blurry for no reason. You don't want this, especially not in a competitive game. And be show grass you're gonna put to false as well guys. This is gonna reduce basically the details in the environment, providing you with better performance. Once we go down a little bit more guys, we have now here be use GPU crash debugging, and this one you want to put to false as well guys. Super important, because let's just say your Fortnite is crashing out of nowhere. This is going to collect data, and it's basically like a service running 24/7 in the background, just waiting for a game to crash and then send all these data to Epic Games. It's pretty hardware demanding, and why should we care about it? So therefore turn it off. B latency tweak 1 you're gonna put to true, latency tweak 2 you're gonna put to 0. Now for the B latency section guys, you're gonna put B latency tweak 1 to true, latency tweak 2 you're gonna put to 0, and B latency flash we're gonna put to false. Now for DLSS quality guys, and anything which has something to do with ray tracing, I want you to copy exactly my settings. We'll just simply put it to false, or the lowest option which is somehow available guys. You can see I got everything already here fully on basically disabled, because sometimes if you even have it disabled in the game itself, it still might be turned on in the background because of your config. Your game config is really over your normal game settings, which means if you have anything enabled in your config but in your settings it's somehow bugged, it says it's disabled, it's still gonna be enabled just simply because in the config it says so. Display gamma is kind of personal preference guys, I gotta say, but I got it here right now on 2.60. This works the best for me, as mentioned, personal preference, so you gotta find it out. And then once we scroll down a little bit more guys, we should see here pretty soon somewhere B mouse acceleration. Yeah, there we got it guys. The next up guys, you're gonna scroll down a little bit more until you can find B disable mouse acceleration, and this one you want to put to true 100%. Basically if you have mouse acceleration turned on, the faster you move around your mouse, the higher your DPI is also gonna go at the same time, which makes it super unprecise and you don't have a natural input. So therefore you want to make sure that this one is disabled 100% to really get the biggest competitive advantage, because having a more responsive mouse feeling sort of is not only gonna help you with aiming, edits and free building and all that stuff, but overall it's just gonna make you a better player. If you guys want to get better FPS, better ping and less input delay here in Fortnite, then make sure to check out NoPing guys, which is the #1 tool to actually give you all the competitive advantages in any games you guys want to play. Make sure to activate the low delay mode and all the FPS boost modes which are in the software itself, and then select your favorite game which you want to play and the server in your near for the least amount of ping. With the code right now you're on screen, you can even get 20% off, and make sure to check out the link in the description. Then for this next step guys, once you scroll down a little bit more, you will see be allow full game download and allow cellular download, and then as well be auto download high-res textures, and as well here be allow download high-res textures. And all of these here you want to make sure to turn to false guys. This can be exactly the same thing again which I just mentioned previously. Maybe in your Fortnite settings you already disabled downloading like high-res textures, since they're not only super hardware demanding, they're really reducing your FPS by a lot, because the game looks pretty dang good on Unreal Engine 5. So therefore please make sure that all of these are also fully disabled in your config itself guys. This is super important that you do this. Then we have the same here as well, be allowed download high-res maps, and we're gonna put this one here to false as well, because we don't care about it. Small details, we rather have better performance, put it to false. And as well the be allow low power mode, this one is basically only good for laptops, so therefore in your normal PC config you want to make sure to disable this. And multi-thread rendering is also super important to put to on. Let's just say as an example that you have a Ryzen 5 with 6 cores, 6 threads, you should definitely turn this on guys. If you have anything above 4 cores and 4 threads, you should 100% utilize multi-threaded rendering. This is going to help you out so much. And if you have a CPU with 4 cores and 4 threads, you kind of have to try it out for yourself if it's really beneficial, but if you're above 4 threads, definitely use it 100%. So then we're gonna scroll down here a little bit more. There you can see now the resolution sizes X and Y. If you want to apply maybe a stretch resolution, one which I can highly recommend you is actually 1720 times 1080. So therefore just simply replace it here with both of these, and even pros like No Riley just recently switched to this resolution, so definitely it's really good. Then for last confirmed full screen mode, guys, you're gonna put this to 0 to get a natural full screen, not windowed, you know, which is gonna actually cause you additional input delay. Put it to straight up the natural full screen where you really have to tap out every single time. I know it's annoying, but trust me, it's so much better for game response. Then next up, guys, as well, frame rate limit 357, you can see right now here, and this is a very specific reason. How the Unreal Engine is basically synced with your monitor, it works a lot better if you actually kept your FPS 3 FPS underneath your maximum refresh rate. Me right now I'm on a 360 Hz panel, so therefore having it on 357 is really gonna make a difference. So therefore if you're playing on 144, put it to 141, if you're playing on 240, put it to 237, and if you're playing on 360, put it to 357. Pretty basic math there, just simply always like get 3 FPS down and you're good to go. If your monitor, by the way, supports HDR, make sure to actually put this one here to false, since it's just super hardware demanding and you can't really utilize it anyways too much here in Fortnite itself, so therefore I would put it personally on false. And then once we go down to the scalability groups, guys, please make sure to copy all of my following settings which I have right now here. Those are the best ones for the maximum performance which you can get in Fortnite on any PC. The only thing which I would really leave on 100 is your resolution quality, because if you put it lower, your game is gonna look like Roblox and you don't really want to have this happen, guys. Then for the rest, shadow quality 0, texture quality 0, effects, basically anything which is somehow here. Shading quality 3 is, by the way, the lowest one which you can apply, and global illumination and reflection quality to 1 as well. It's anyways only gonna get enabled if you're playing on DirectX 12, but since I always tell you guys to really utilize the performance mode. Then for the chat settings, guys, this is also like another section. I would personally recommend you to just simply scroll through it real quick here and copy exactly my settings, because I disabled anything which is not really important, something like showcasing your XP bar and stuff like that, which is just another process running in the background, actually decreasing your FPS, because those are animations which are popping off, you know, and especially on lower end PCs, this can make a huge difference of like 5 to 10 FPS once this animation is randomly on your screen. And then for the rest, guys, you can see now for my D3 DRIH preference, I have it here right now set to DirectX 11, since I use the performance mode on mesh quality 0, which is low meshes. And with that said, you already got the best game user settings in Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2. Just simply make sure to actually save this here, and now we're good to go.